Hi everyone, my name is Karina Ferrer. I'm a junior at Gonzaga University, majoring in political science and minoring in business. And it's my pleasure to be able to share with you all my experience in hopes that it'll make your transition into college a little bit less scary, as it feels like you're venturing into what is the unknown, which is definitely the case for me. So what I hope to share with you all today is my advice on how do you figure out what you want to study in college. How do you figure out what you want to do potentially after you graduate? And before I get started, I want to include a little disclaimer. I do not have it all figured out. I still don't have a clear idea of what I want to do after I graduate. And I wish I would have gone into college as an undeclared major. Definitely. And that's okay. Nobody's expecting you to have it all figured out at 18 years old or even 20 years old. But what I do encourage you to do is to take proactive steps in figuring out what you're passionate about, what is the impact that you want to make on the world. So now I hope to share with you all a little bit about my story. So I went to college with this concrete plan that I'm going to study political science, I'm going to go to law school, and I'm going to work in local government as a representative or something like that. So I can have a seat at the table and really voice the concerns and voices of my people and community, which was something that is very foundationally important to me. And I thought that I was going to be able to do that through politics. However, amid the political chaos that took place in 2020, I became very disinterested in politics, very discouraged. It wasn't something I was passionate about anymore. And it was a sad disillusionment because I had this concrete plan for so long, and it was like, now what? What am I working towards now? So I reached out to my mentor for guidance. I let her know this is how I'm feeling. I don't know what do I do now? And she encouraged me and she told me that change is okay. And instead of fearing change, I should welcome it because change is proof that we're growing and we're bettering. So I took her advice and I started to network. And what I encourage you all to do is to not only just network with people within your field of study or your field of work, but really branch out and try to meet as many people as you can and just learn about their work and things that they're passionate about. And it's something that motivates me is to listen to people when they're talking and to see that sparkle in their eyes when they talk about the work that they're doing, because it's something that I want to have someday. So definitely that's my first piece of advice, is to network. You'll be very pleasantly surprised by the people that you meet. And if you're not, well, take it as a learning experience. My second piece of advice is to try different internships. Last summer, I had an internship with Northwestern Mutual doing financial advising work. I have no background in finance. It was not something that I had planned at all. It was an internship that I had landed, and I was like, okay, let's give it a try. And I was extremely happy with that decision that I made, because not only was I able to better my own financial literacy so I could better manage my own finances, but I was able to be that resource in my community and help close that financial literacy gap that exists in low-income communities and communities of color. So even though it wasn't through politics, I was still able to do what was so foundationally important to me, which is to help my community. It was just in a different way that I had no idea. So yes, definitely be open-minded as far as internships. If you don't put all your eggs in one basket, try different things, and you'll be pleasantly surprised, I assure you. So that's my piece of advice for you all. Even though I still do not have a clear idea of what I want to do, I'm working every day to make that vision better. Be proactive. It's not going to come to you in a dream. Be persistent, but be patient. Trust yourself, but also trust the process, and you got this.